1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is a service of Hoff Power Ranch and Supply. It was a little busier for LPD yesterday. Although in the early morning hours were quiet, SROs were called out on a theft at the high school just before 9. Dispatchers sent officers out on a criminal mischief in the 1000 block of West 3rd and had them call off a domestic disturbance reported in the 1300 block of East Central Texas Expressway. Another theft was reported in the 1200 block of East 4th, and officers responded to a reported fraud in the 200 block of Sunrise Hills. Several suspicious activity and person calls came in, including the 600 block of East 3rd, one at the high school, others in the 1100 block of South 281, the 200 block of West Avenue E, and in the 1400 block of South 281. 53-year-old Coley Alexander Burden of Lomita was arrested in the 900 block of East 3rd Street on a Lampasas County warrant for failure to appear on an evading arrest with a vehicle charge. Just before midnight last night, 22-year-old Trevor Collada of Lampasas was taken off the streets from the 200 block of North Key for DWI with a blood alcohol concentration over 0.15%. The county booked in 20-year-old Zermara Mosley of Killeen on 2 counts of child endangerment. Lomita had a quiet day. Kempner worked a civil matter and settled a disturbance. County deputies had a few animal complaints and cooled off a disturbance. The burn ban goes back into effect at 5 p.m. on Monday. Stick around. More Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
Ran into an old friend the other day. Lives in a town about 40 miles from here. Hadn't seen him in a long time. Glad to renew the acquaintance. After talking old times for a while, I asked him why he was in town. Said he came here every so often, mostly to go to Hoff Power's Ranch and Supply to pick up feed or renew his feed contract. Really, I says, do they treat you right? Oh yeah, he says. I check around on prices here and there, and they're right on down there on cattle feed, especially if you contracted. Store inside's pretty good too, he says. Get your blue jeans or a pair of boots if you need them. Better selection of clothes and ranch stuff too than you can find around here anywhere. Pretty good recommendation, I thought. Hoff Power's Ranch and Supply in Lampasas.
KACQ 1019.
County commissioners meet on Monday for their regular session. A few items on the agenda include leave for COVID-related absences from work, lawn maintenance, the Sheriff's Department approval of the enterprise lease agreement for fleet vehicles, the 2020 racial profile report, and the jail project. Governor Abbott's statewide call for a ban on homeless camping in public places is getting pushback from Texas Democrats. TSN's Austin Bureau Chief Chris Fox has more.
Governor Abbott took to Twitter on Wednesday saying that if Austin does not reinstate its homeless camping ban, that the state would do it for them. On Thursday, the governor doubled down on that.
Homelessness is going to be an issue that will be addressed this session that will include a ban on camping as well as other ideas.
Texas Democrats are calling this another example of the governor imposing statewide mandates on local leaders. Party spokesman Obi Rahman.
Texas is built on local control, but Abbott doesn't agree with that. He doesn't believe in that. The only people who are suffering are Texans because of it.
In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
There is help and hope if you do get COVID-19. TSN's Barbara Schwartz explains.
There are therapeutic treatments available in our state. All you need to get the IV treatment with either Bamlanivimab or the Regeneron cocktail is a doctor's prescription. Seth Christensen with the Texas Division of Emergency Management says
hospital systems across our state are really at max capacity. These therapeutics, if patients catch, the COVID onset within that first 10 days, this will help keep some of those high-risk patients out of hospital.
There are many, many sites, mostly in hospitals and pharmacies, and there are state-supported infusion centers administering these drugs free of charge is all they do. Drug quantity statewide updated daily. Go to meds.tdem.texas.gov for more information. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
In sports, the 15-2 Badger boys will be back on home court tonight to take on Gatesville. There won't be a 9th grade game due to COVID issues with the Gatesville team. JV tips off at 5 and varsity at 6:15. Around the district, Glen Rose sits at the top at 2-0. Stephenville at 2-1, and Lampasas and Brownwood both at 1-1, and Gatesville sits in the winless column at 0-3. The now 17-6 Lady Badgers look for their first district win tonight when they hit the road to take on Gatesville. You can hear that game live on KCWL 1450 on the AM side with a 7:30 tip-off.
For your COVID-19 update, yesterday's estimated active COVID numbers around the region reported from the state shows Bell County revising their numbers down by another 288, setting them at 2,475. Coryell County down 63, putting them at 755. Burnett up 9 with 235 active cases. Mills down 13 with 88. San Saba down 3 at 59, and Hamilton up 19, now showing 90 active cases. Here locally, as of Wednesday night, Lampasas County was reporting 117 active cases. That's a 27-case hike from the previous report. The number of total cases now sits at 1,308. 8 remain hospitalized, and the fatality stood at 16. And 1,163 Lampasas County residents have recovered from the virus so far.
Thank you to our viewers. We'll see you again on Monday. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.